Welcome to the second installment of the 2017 OCFOA Plays of the Week. All the plays that are presented in this video were sent to us by CIF Rules Interpreter Steve Coover. Steve also supplied all the comments that you see as text on the video. This presentation has been approved by the OCFOA Instructional Chairman, Chad Wilson. I'm your host, Mark Andrews. So now let's talk about a topic that we don't discuss a lot here, and that's game management. As you can see, we have 10 men on offense. You can see by the signals from the referee and the umpire, they're telling the flanks, we have 10, we have 10. Now, what's going to happen next is we're going to have a timeout called right at the point where a delay of game would have been called. And the referee is going to award the timeout rather than the delay of game. That's good game management. So now let's talk about zone responsibilities. This is going to be a recurring topic tonight. This play is going to be a run to the line judge's side of the field. We're going to see, as he said, a good example of stretch blocking. As Steve points out, R is going to have to sidestep to maintain his relationship with the zone, and U is going to have to banana. Let's take a look at the zone coverage and the responsibilities. So there we have it. So line judge has the blocking at the point of attack. The back judge is going to take the blocks just downfield from the point of attack. The umpire has zone 2 coverage, referee has zone 3, and the cross-field official has zone 4, and that will grow as the play moves away from him. So now we're going to see the ball carrier's progress stopped. He's being driven back. The flank official should be hitting his whistle hard, indicating the play is over. And as Steve points out, he has the option to leave the spot and go and monitor the situation. As you can see, the referee hustled over there. Steve likes that. So now let's talk about pass keys. Here we have a formation where we have trips to the head linesman's side of the field. The back judge is going to have the 2 inside receivers. The head linesman his responsibility is that receiver split widest to his side, and the line judge has the player at the bottom of his screen. Now Steve points out that there's no reason for that flank official to move at this point. The receiver's only, 7 yards beyond where he's standing. He's got a great angle and a great look. And as he says, he's in a perfect position to make this now easy call. We're going to take a look at it from the end zone, and Steve's going to talk about dropping your keys here from the back judge standpoint. Steve is making the comment, leave him. He's saying that because the back judge has 2 initial keys, the slot and the wingback. As the play develops, the back judge needs to leave the wingback after it's obvious he won't chop block or block below the waist. The deep receiver is now the threat. As we know, the pass is completed to the head linesman's key. He makes the ruling, and the back judge kills the clock. On this play, we're going to see an advance of the ball by the receiving team after a valid fair catch signal. As we know, Rule 655 states that no receiver may advance the ball after a valid or invalid fair catch signal has been given by any R player. Let's take a look at this. There's our fair catch signal. The ball bounces forward. The receiver starts to advance upfield. The back judge recognizes this and blows his whistle immediately. I want to be clear here. The actions by the receiving team are a violation of 655 and could result in a delay of game. This is simply good game management preventing that. This play is a reminder that the defense cannot call out signals which interfere with the offense's ability to signal. As Steve points out, the defense is calling out a signal to notifying their front 3 to shift to their left. If that audible signal interferes with A signals, then the defense may be violating Rule 951. 951 states that no player shall act in an unsportsmanlike manner, And examples of violations of 951 include using disconcerting acts or words prior to the snap in an attempt to interfere with ace signals or movements. Now, it's usually the umpire who's going to deal with this situation. And if he wants to take a preventative approach, he can suggest to the defensive coordinator that the defensive signals are interfering with the offensive signals and suggest a change. Steve suggests using the term move, as the offense is not going to use the term move in their offensive cadence. This next play is nothing out of the ordinary, but it's a reminder to my fellow head linesmen that we have to know down and distance. Why? Because we're the only ones in the stadium who can't see the down markers. So here's a situation. We've got 3rd and 7. Play's going to go to the head linesman's side. He does a great job of watching that block and then hustling down and getting the spot, and it's right on the line to gain. Now, initially, he doesn't know that he's got a first down, but his umpire helps him out right there. And what I would like to see at this point is the flank official placing the ball at his feet and allowing the referee to make the judgment that is truly indeed a first down. Well, this is a great play. We're going to start off by talking about proper zone read, and then we're going to see an unusual offensive penalty. So let's start off with the read. Steve points out the umpire has zone 2 and needs to banana to get a good window. Initially, he is looking at the interior line. He needs to shift his focus to the outside. Now he's got it. And here you see all of the what every official should be looking at. I'm going to leave this up for a minute. Now watch this. Now, do we have a horse collar there? Potentially. Looks like the offensive player has a hold of the defensive player's face mask. No horse collar. Got a flag on the ground. And we can see some really good crew communication here. Now we're going to take a look at this from the end zone. I think you get a better look at the foul. Okay, right there you can see the twist of the defender's head, and it continues, pulls the head down. Great get by that flank official. It's week 0 here in Orange County, and we are taking a zero-tolerance approach to violations of the restricted area per the 2017 points of emphasis regarding sideline management. A portion of the guidance in the points of emphasis states that violations of the restricted area should immediately result in the beginning of the progression of the penalties prescribed in Rule 9-8. The fact that we are taking a zero-tolerance approach to violations of the restricted area needs to be communicated to the head coaches at the pregame meeting. As the play is about to begin, we can see that one of the coaches is not only in the restricted area, he is 3 yards downfield from the line of scrimmage. This violation of Rule 9-8-3 should be immediately flagged at the snap. As the play continues, there's contact between the official and the coach. This is a violation of Rule 9-4-8 and should result in a 15-yard penalty. This is a personal foul, not an unsportsmanlike foul, and should not be combined with any other unsportsmanlike fouls to result in the ejection of the head coach. If there were an additional violation of 9-4-8, that would result in an ejection of the head coach. We can see from the spot of the succeeding play that this crew enforced the violation as a sideline warning rather than a 15-yard personal foul. Contact between coaches and officials, no matter how slight, needs to be enforced as a 15-yard personal foul. Well, that's it for this edition of the OCFOA Plays of the Week. I have a lot more material, but I didn't want to delay any longer getting a new video out. On a personal note, I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel, and to those of you who have taken the time to comment on some of my videos. I try to reply to all comments that contain questions regarding rules or mechanics. Feel free to use these videos for your association's educational purposes, and if you need to edit them to fit your interpretations or mechanics, feel free to do that as well. If you haven't done so, I'd highly recommend you watch the 2017 CFOA Film Study playlist. You can do so by clicking on the box in the upper left corner of the screen. If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, simply click on my picture in the upper right-hand portion of the screen. This is Mark Andrews, signing off.